the role of civil society organizations on climate change. So, talking about CSOs, civil society organizations, they're also commonly called NGOs. So they have been the change makers, they have been the role models or a catalyst and a source of inspiration for many. And they are mission driven, they are selfless, they have very clear thought process, and their values are based on empathy and compassion, which are the driving factors. So they are not for profit. So coming to what CSOs have done on climate change, both nationally as well as globally. They have worked on areas of reforestation, they have worked on nature conservation, they've worked on legal aspects, putting pressure on the government, bringing about policy, influencing the policy to work in favor of nature. They have also done negotiations on environmental treaties. There are a lot of things that the CSOs have done on climate change and they're continuing to do. The UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC, has recognized CSOs for their valuable contribution in the area of climate change and the importance that is laid on them. So there's also a lot of networking of CSOs that is going on across the globe and even in India. So many CSOs have come together, and then depending on their strengths, they have earmarked themselves a certain role to be played in the climate change issue and collectively help solve the problems. So in this webinar today, we have some very experienced, eminent, selfless, inspiring CSOs who I'm sure when we hear them, a lot of us will get that kind of inspiration to be the change, to associate with such CSOs. So the objective of this webinar and also the takeaway and action items. I'm stressing on the action items because this is not a webinar which we are going to hear and then forget about it. It's a webinar, it should be a webinar which should have action items. So some of the action items which we can have, apart from getting inspired and being the change, is to understand the perspectives of these experienced CSOs who have contributed a lot. And then unity is strength. So today, when at a global level, we all have to unify. Even in India, we have to unify and become a strength. So there has to be a framework for all of us to work together. So we have to evolve that. Then engage the youth associations. That is the most important, that we have to reach to the academics. We have to put social service activities make it as a part of the syllabus, the curriculum. The students have to get out on the field and then do something in this area by associating again with CSOs like us. And we also should be able to influence the climate policy of our government, bring about legal pressure. So there are some case studies, speakers today who are going to talk how they have been able to do that by influencing the government